standing in the vintage tape machine room, which is originally was a kitchen, but is now a complete self-contained live room of sorts and analog studio attached to the main studio, which is upstairs. Yeah, from Bedford here. Was born here, 3rd of October 1977 at Bedford North Wing Hospital, which is on the Kimbolton Road there. Knocked down the maternity wing now, but that's another story. So I've pretty much lived here all my life, you know, with a few spells visiting other countries and cities, but yeah, just pretty much Bedford is the base for me, you know, yes, definitely. I remember back in 1988 playing tennis racket guitar to Iron Maiden, Can I Play With Madness? And it was on the 4th of October 1990 where I picked up my dad's Yamaha guitar, and he had about 4 strings on, and it was a Thursday night, and I remember we recorded a tape called Maniacs from Mars, which was the first album I ever made, or, you know, I thought, wow, this is good. And so that year, 1990, come the November, I formed a band called Dunlop Shoes with a couple of schoolmates, and we used to just make cassettes and sell them to a girl called Emma Matthews, who's still out there somewhere. Yeah, so that was how we sort of started, and it just kind of progressed from there, and I sort of honed my guitar skills. Again, very much came from the background of listening to lots of music and really been a fan of all the music that had gone before, and just absorbing it all, really. Just like, you just see something, you go, wow, he's doing it like that, that's cool, I love that, I want to have a go at that. So that's kind of how I got into it. I love animals, I love birds, and I love cats, I like dogs. Yeah, I love animals, I do, I really do, they're great. I'm more of a cat person, but I do like dogs as well. But yeah, I'd say I'm more of a cat person. Like the sort of the feline groove, just the way they move, and yeah, just I love cats. I've got a cat called Cassie. As far as my sort of career goes with my music and stuff, I had an album out on an independent label in 2001, another one out in 2002. They sold moderately successfully. I'd cut my teeth back in '97 releasing an album a month, which is where that original concept comes from, which we're going to talk about in a second. Yeah, I've had various gigs where I've been paid to perform and be Matt Roberts the artist, as opposed to sort of Matt Roberts the person who makes his living singing covers. Yeah, I've had a couple of nice gigs where I had a couple of shows supporting Joan Armatrading, performing my own stuff at the Stables in Wavendon. A few other things where it's been more of an originals thing, but I'm currently we're in 2013, and for all of 2011, 2012 and this year I'm releasing an album a month of my own material each month. A new album must be delivered by the last Monday of the month, and it's recorded here, all various different styles of music, whatever really takes the fancy, just living in artistic freedom really, so you can kind of, and some sell, and some completely flop and don't sell at all, you know. But it's with the advent of SoundCloud and the different things that you can get them online, I just want people to hear it really, you know, and making any money off of it is a bonus, of course. My loving ghost hunting, I wouldn't say it's an official society for the record, but we got a page up. I just like to, there's several locations in Bedford that I'm fascinated by time, I'm fascinated by history, so I like to, you know, visit these places from time to time, and I've been going there for years. You mentioned Clop Hill, the White Lady, various different places. You know, places that have been, you know, kind of visited many times, and I've sort of got a couple of books on it. So yeah, I like that whole element of it as well. So yeah, it's good. I'm into history, antiques, antique dealer. If anyone asks, I'm an antique consultant, not a musician. When I play it, that's like all those years. It's 126 years coming back through your fingers. I mean, you know, who's played this piano? No one knows. You know, it's got so much story to tell, and that's why I like stuff that's got a bit of vintageness to it or a bit of heritage, because you know, you kind of playing, you're feeling stuff that's been around a long time, and it's got a story to tell. Okay, so we've got here, these are so we're looking around. This is the studio room. These are Tannoy Super Red monitors, massively over over exposed for a room of this size, and they're basically sort of high-end studio monitors from about 1979. And the reason why I wanted Super Reds is, if you sort of look up on your tannoy history, I actually wanted some 60s Reds, but they're just so much money that these were the sort of next best thing, the Super Reds. So I wanted those in, and they're powered by a couple of quad amps which are behind you. These machines here, for those of you that this is a tape reel-to-reel, what they used to make records on before the advent of iPhones and digital mediums. So on this machine here, it's a Studio A84 track, can record 4 tracks at a time. So you put your drums down, listen back to it, and you put your bass down. You've got 4 tracks. This one is an 8 track. This one here is a 24 track. And at the end there, buried, we've got a 16 track. So they're all different, you know, and it's just different ways of recording. At the end of the room here, we've got a Hammond. Biggest accomplishment? Well, you know, obviously having 2 lovely children is always the big one, you know, Joel and Lena, creating those. Just that, and just, you know, hopefully getting through life, trying to be better, you know, that's another accomplishment as well. So yeah. Favourite film, I mean, again, cliche in 2028, it's probably Star Wars from 1977, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory from 1971, Taxi Driver from 1976. Yeah, I mean, there's so many great films, it's just, you know, reel them off.
Do you ever like hit a block sometimes when it comes to writing?
No, you never hit a block, but sometimes you sort of you end up with a meandering melody, which, you know, isn't the best melody in the world, but you always keep going, and then something will come. You know, you never. Well, as a songwriter, the worst thing you can do is be sitting there trying to make a song. I'm trying to make a song, but I don't know where it's gonna go, and then go, oh no, that's no good, and, you know, just go with it. On to the next one, and then you'll get another melody, and, you know, and try and pick that one up, and yeah, just don't ever stop making songs up. You know, it's great, it's fantastic. What really makes me smile is people. Really, I think people make me smile, and the reactions from people, and, you know, just being able to make people happy with music or talking to someone, that makes me smile. Passion is something that makes me smile. Like someone who might appreciate this Studer A80 1-inch 8-track from 1972 or 3 or whenever it's from, and someone who'd appreciate that, or whatever it is, whatever you're into, be passionate. You know, that's the key message to everyone. Just be passionate, and that will carry you through your chosen field or your chosen thing, whether it's music, art, sport, you know, business, whatever you do. Passion is the key.